Okay, so these are the mock answers for the Improving Productivity unit. So you start off, it gives you some introduction about the scenario. Make sure that you read it. There might be some valuable information in there that you need to use in the next tasks. So obviously I can't press continue because some of the questions have previously been answered. But again, make sure that you're reading everything. So where should you double click to start the most suitable application to create a chart based on financial data? That is of course Microsoft Excel. You would use PowerPoint for making a presentation or a slideshow. You would use Microsoft Word for writing letters or reports, and you would use Access for maybe storing customers' details or orders and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to clear this question. So it says that the file data is found in Z. Create a pie chart of your choice in the open spreadsheet using the data provided in the file data. Insert the data into the cells A1 to B5. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go into the File Explorer. You can do that through the Start menu if yours isn't at the bottom like mine is. And you should have a folder now called Z. If you open data, you can then copy, so right click and copy that into the spreadsheet at the bottom. And it's said in A1 to B5. So if I do paste, it will just paste those in. Can resize that column just so you can see all the data. So it needs to be a pie chart, as it says here, and ensure that your chart has the category name and value data labels, and the title, ratio of readers, using font size 24 at the top. So I'm going to highlight the data, insert, always just go with the basic pie chart. So insert pie chart, and zoom out slightly. We need to add on the category name and the value data labels. So I'm going to click on the plus. I'm going to click on this arrow here, and I'm going to go to more options. And then over here, make sure you're on the chart option, and you can click on category name and value, which is already ticked, and you can see that they're now appearing on the chart. The chart title needed to say ratio of readers. Make sure that you type it in correctly, and it needed to be size 24. Okay, save the file to Z as total readers. So you just do file, save as, choose Z, and again make sure that you type it in correctly. Don't put the full stop on the end, and press save, and then you'd press answer on that question. It's probably going to jump me now to the wrong question, so I'm going to have to click back onto number 5. Okay, open the price list and change the contents of cell E3 to read full year. You can do that easily. In cell H3, calculate the minimum advert price. So we'll do this one. So over here, we need the minimum, so it's equals min, and it's B3 to E7. Close the brackets and press enter, and it come up with the minimum price. Okay, so another calculation one. Current total in here in B16, so equals sum. Highlight those and press enter. Question 8. Calculate the discount amount of the current total using the discount figure in E11. Now this is going to rely on you knowing a little bit of maths. So to find out a percentage of something, so we need to know what 15% of 230 is. We do 230 times the percentage. Because actually in this cell here, although it says 15%, it's actually 0.15. So that will tell you 15% of 230. So again, it's not telling you what to do, it's just saying calculate the total offer price. You're going to have a look at this spreadsheet or the spreadsheet you get in your exam and figure out what it's actually doing. So we've got the total of all these, we've got the discount, we now need to know what the offer price is, therefore that's going to be the current total minus the discount that they've got. So you're going to have to just think a little bit about the spreadsheet that you have in front of you in the test. Format all financial data to currency. Okay, so we have all of these that need to be currency. You can see it's already 2 decimal places. This will be currency. And then all of these down here will be currency, and you can do them, a block at a time. So copy the formatting from the special discount deal heading in A11. Going to click on the format painter, and we're going to paint G1 to be the same. So we need to turn off grid lines. So we're going to go to View and untick grid lines. And we're also going to go to Page Layout and set the orientation to Landscape. Nice easy one. Rename the worksheet to Advert. I'm sure you know how to do this, but I'll show you anyway. All you do, down here, double click on Sheet 1, type in Advert and press Enter. So we're now on to task 2. So the second task requires you to incorporate a letter with a list of local business names and addresses. So essentially, we're going to be doing a mail merge. Open the file Advertising Invitation from Z and adjust both the top and bottom margins to be 1.5 centimeters. I'll show you this one quickly. File, open, find Z. So I'm going to browse, must be here somewhere, there we go, there's Z, advertising information, page layout, margins, custom margins, and then we can type 1.5 for all 4 and press OK. Okay, this one's slightly different to one you've done previously. So insert the Academy logo from Z in the top right corner of the letter. So I'm going to go to Insert Pictures and going to go to this PC and look for Z. Insert the picture. It needs to be right aligned, so just like you would do with text, click on the right align button. And now when we try and change the height, if you just change one of them, so if we want the height to be 3.6, you'll notice that the other one changes to 4.35 when we don't want it to. So if you click on this button, we can say don't lock the aspect ratio, and actually I want the width to be 5 centimeters. Press OK and it will stretch your image appropriately. Insert a field to display the current date at the top of the letter just means go to Insert, Date and Time. If it wants it to be automatic, tick the box. It doesn't say it does or doesn't, so we can leave it ticked. But obviously if it does ask for it, then you must tick it. At the beginning of the second paragraph, format the text. We can offer you 4 types, etc. to sentence case. You have done this before. I can't find it now. Where's it gone? There we go. Highlight that. It's this little A, the capital A and the lowercase a, and change it to sentence case. Remember that there's other ones in there as well, because it might ask for sentence case. Right, so this is going to be a mail merge one. So the price list spreadsheet is found in Z. Open the file from Excel. Actually, I don't think it is a mail merge one. Use the figure you calculated for the minimum advert price to complete the sentence below. At the end of the third paragraph, ending 3 mixed publications, add the text minimum advert's price is, and then you put it in. So all you got to do is open that spreadsheet, find out what the minimum price was, type it in the right place, close Excel and press answer. So you'd open your spreadsheet, highlight A1 to E7, and then just copy and paste it into this document. character style emphasis to the telephone number at the end of the 4th paragraph. So this is the telephone number, and you've got your styles here. One of them is emphasis, and that's that one. Whole document needs to be single line space. Control and A will select everything. You could just highlight it if you want to. This is your line spacing options, and 1 means single line space. You can also click here and do line spacing using these if you would prefer. Delete the page break. Before the closing yours sincerely to make it on one letter, or you do any type of break, column break, page break, line break. Just go before the word, press backspace until that appears on the same page. Find all 4 occurrences of the word school and replace it with academy. You've got the replace button over here. You want to find school, replace it with academy, replace them all. 2 replacements were made. Okay, spelling mistakes is references. No, it's not, it's review. Spelling and grammar, and then make all the correct changes. Okay, this is the mail merge. So, using the file source data from Z, insert all mail merge fields for the name and address of the recipients in the space above the salutation Dear. So above here, we need to put all fields for name and address. We also need to use, well, we'll do that one first. So we're going to go to mailings, and we're going to start the mail merge, and we want it to be a letter. You didn't need to do that, ignore me. Go to step-by-step mail merge widget. We want it to be a letter. So you then press next, start the document. We want to use the current document, so we press next. We have an existing list because it's called source data and it's in Z, so we browse to the Z drive. It's called source data. Press OK, and you can see that it looks correct, so press OK again. We're now going to write the letter, and we've already clicked in the right place, so we go to more items, and we want, it says insert all mail merge fields for the name and address. So I'm going to put the title in as well. Put first name and last name. Now at the moment there's no spaces between these, so I'm just going to click there, press the space bar to put in a space. On the next line down, we're going to want the business, and we're then going to put in the address, the town, and the postcode. If you click preview results, you can see what it's going to look like. It then says we need to use, after the word Dear, we need to insert the merge field title and then last name. It says complete the merge to a new document, ensuring that each letter is on one page only, which it will be, but do not print the letters. So over here now we go to preview the letter. It looks fine. We can go to complete the merge, and it says that we need to merge them to a new document, so we have to edit individual letters. It wants all of them, so you press OK. So we're on to task 3 now. So this is about making a PowerPoint presentation. You would press continue as you go through reading all these. Open the file from Z and add the title to slide 1. You can do that. 29. Apply a design theme of your choice to all slides. So go to design and pick a design theme. Make sure you can see everything, which you should be able to. On slide 1, flip the image horizontally. If you double click the picture, you get some extra options. You've got rotate, flip horizontal. Remember, it might be vertical, but obviously it's just the same process. Insert the name Betty Jones into the footer of all slides except the title slide. So we're going to go to Insert, Header and Footer, and in the footer we're going to type in Betty Jones, but do not show it on the title page. Apply it to all. You can see that that's worked. It's down the bottom here. Text for slides 2 and 3 is in the file slides text, which is found in Z. Open this file from Word. Copy the text to the relevant slides, ensuring the text displays with bullet points. I mean, this should be fairly easy. You can open up Word, and we can open other documents from Z, and we should find slides text. So this is the text for slides 2. Just copy that, Control and C, or right click and copy into slide 2. So I've done Control and V to paste, and it's now frozen, but it's put it in for you. I'm going to get rid of that blank line, and you just do the same for slide 3, which is the same process. On slide 4, change the indent level of the bullet points to ensure consistency with 2 and 3. So 4, you can see that they're there, on 2 they're here. So if we highlight them all, click on the decrease indent level, that'll do that. Insert word art. You can do that one easily, I'm sure. Add the image German School from Z to a suitable position on slide 5, titled Foreign Exchange. Well, it's going to be over here. Just insert the image and put it over there. Insert a new slide with a title only layout and put that in as the text. So if we put a new slide in after 5, so click here, right click, new slide, we can then right click and change the layout to be a title slide, and then you can type the title in. Copy and paste a chart, close Excel off afterwards, nice and easy. Apply a transition to all slides, transition, push. Make sure you then click on apply to all. That's that one done. On slide 9, titled Overview of Prices, apply any entrance animation to the chart. Sure, you can do this, but you click on the chart, animation, fly in, and that's that done. Move slide 3 to display after 8 and save it with the right name. So to move a slide, you just drag and drop it. It's going to be a bit fiddly actually because it's such a small window at the bottom. Hopefully yours won't be as much of a pain, but there you go. Bit of trial and error, you'll get it there, and then obviously save it. Network problems, that's not like Arthur Terry. Okay, 12 multiple choice questions. Press continue to proceed. So the first one, and obviously these can change slightly. I can only go through the ones that are in the mock with you. In task 1, we decided which was the most suitable software to choose to make a chart. Hopefully that you pressed Excel. It is the most appropriate software because it doesn't use related tables. That would be a database. So if it asks you anything about, why did you choose a database, that would be that answer. The application has a range of features to create and enhance charts and graphs. Well, I mean, it tells you in the question, really, that that's going to be the answer. But anyway, the application has a range of features to manipulate images. That would be maybe something like Publisher or even Word. The application enables charts and graphs to be animated. Well, it doesn't. If you put a graph into PowerPoint, that would. So the answer is, of course, that one. So task 1, we did calculations on financial data. Which of the following factors is most likely to affect your ability to carry out the task? Having access to an accurate project plan, right, okay. Having the skill to create formulas and functions. Having access to a suitable budget for the project. Having the skill to generate images. Again, the calculation is a formula, so that's what you would press. Task 2, we made a letter, list of local businesses. Which one of the following best describes the method you use to combine various sources of information into the final file? We copied and pasted it. Did we use a default template? Did we use a mail merge? Did we use table? We of course used a mail merge when you link to source data. Task 3, made a presentation for projection. Which of the following main strength of my final work? A table was used to control the layout of the document. No, you'd do that if you were making a website potentially, or even they might think a spreadsheet. Additional photographs were added to replace the text. The finished document was clear, well laid out and consistently formatted. The document was saved using the date instead of a file name. So the fact that it was clear, well laid out, consistently formatted is going to make sure that it's a strong presentation. Which of the following would represent a weakness in your final work for task 3? Text hidden behind photos or illustrations. All text can be seen. Spell checking before printing. Resizing photographs to ensure they make the best use of the available space in the document. Well, text hidden behind photographs or illustrations would be a bad thing, that's a weakness. All text can be seen, well that's a strength. If spell checking before printing, that would be a strength. And resizing photographs to make best use of available space, that would be a strength. So having things hidden behind photos would obviously be a weakness. Which of the following is not an efficient method of arranging a list of names and addresses? In a word processor, using rows and columns in a table. Using tabs within a presentation slide, that's not going to be very efficient. Using a spreadsheet with one data type in each cell. Or in a text file separated by commas. Therefore, using tabs within the presentation is the only one that's not an efficient method. When using spreadsheet files, which one of the following would improve the calculations you use? Using count function whenever you need to include an absolute cell reference. Doesn't really make sense. Using the max function to calculate the smallest figure rather than min, well that wouldn't work. Using the average function to work out which figure occurs the most often in a range of data. That's not really going to work. That would be the median mode. Using the sum function to add up a range of data rather than using addition. That's going to be most efficient because you can do equals sum of A1 to A1010, or you could do equals A1 plus A2 plus A3, etc. So obviously using sum is going to be more efficient. Task 3, we have to put an image of a school logo into a single slide. If you'd been asked to insert the image on every slide, what tool in the software application would you have used? Word art, what's what you do with images. Animations, about making it move. Slideshow, no. Master slide, as you know, anything on the master slide goes on every single slide. Which one of the following legal aspects did you need to consider when using the German school image in task 3? So when you're using somebody else's picture, it's going to be copyright. Okay, you know that, I would imagine. It's nothing to do with health and safety. Display screen equipment, no. Data protection, you might get confused with, but that's nothing to do with using somebody else's work. Which one of the following is the best way to check that the animations and timings work correctly in your file for task 3? Set the timings so the slides automatically advance to the next one. Run an on-screen show. Set up the file so the spell checker works automatically, that's nothing to do with it. Make sure the design is the same for each one. So for that one, you're going to run an on-screen show so that you can check your animations work correctly. In terms of business productivity, which one of the following is a benefit of using IT tools and systems? Printing out all emails means you will have access to all the information you need. Probably not. Having access to all files via the cloud means that you will never need to run a backup again. Using networked computers means you will not need to go to any meetings. Well, that's obviously not true. Being able to work remotely means less travel, so more time available for work. So backing up, you could say that one potentially yes, but actually you are going to need to run a backup to the cloud. Printing out emails is daft, and computers being networked, you're still going to have to go to meetings. So therefore, being able to work remotely means that you're going to have to travel less, so more time is available for work. So it would be this final one. You need to access a number of files on a regular basis. Which one of the following would allow you to find the files quickly? Keep all the files on a memory stick, stored in a lockable filing cabinet. Set up shortcuts on your desktop to the files. Make sure you have backup copies of your most important files, or use of a compression application. So files on a memory stick in a lockable filing cabinet, well, you've got to go to the filing cabinet and unlock it. Set up shortcuts on your desktops. That's going to make it quicker to get to the files. You haven't got to browse for them. Make sure you have backup copies. That's nothing to do with speed of finding, and compression application is going to slow things down if anything. So it's to set up shortcuts on your desktop for the files.